gotta go out first round. Like, Ryan's got more faith than me kicking his first round, going all the way to finals and whooping him again. And we're gonna give it hell. He's number one. I'm still trying to take it from him.
I don't want to give it to you too quick again, so maybe we can get it again later.
Ryan, he don't want to whip you too soon again. He wants to let you feel it for a while.
On this episode of Street Outlaws, No Prep Kings, the underdog Ryan Martin cleared his opponent, Kye Kelley. For fans of reality TV shows worldwide, all the moments leading up to this felt linear, with a predictable winner. However, fate had other plans. Racing for the chance to win a $40,000 cash prize, both Ryan and Kye toughed it out on the track to see who the eventual winner would be. How did Ryan end up being the winner? What sealed him as the winning champion? Join us as we reveal who wins this ultimate race for the mega pot of money. Let the race begin. Ryan Martin's win against Kye Kelley. Streaming on Discovery Plus, Amazon Prime Video, and YouTube, Street Outlaws, No Prep Kings is a reality television series spin-off of the popular show Street Outlaws. In this season 2 finale, Ryan Martin zoomed past his opponent, Kye Kelley, and won the race and the grand cash prize of a whooping $40,000. The episode starts with the first race between Ryan Martin and Amarillo Mike. It was for the semifinals. The tension in the air was palpable, and the eager audience waited with bated breaths under the din of the lights and sounds as both racers revved up their engines to go. Because this show focuses on no-prep streetcar racing, the tracks are completely unpredictable. It's hard to say who wins the races, as everything relies on luck and the driver's skill. Yet Ryan Martin won the first race against Amarillo Mike to the cheers of fans and supporters watching. When asked about the win against Amarillo Mike, Ryan expressed his gratitude for his fifth-generation Camaro SS, popularly called the Fireball Camaro. He said his car showed itself by outrunning Amarillo Mike, which meant that he could move on to the finals. For the second race in the semifinals, Kye Kelley and Robin Roberts were made to go head-to-head. Kye wanted Robin Roberts and Ryan Martin to race against each other so he could eliminate a different opponent, but the universe had other plans. Kye said, "So I go up for the semi-drivers meeting and draw Robin Roberts. I wanted him and Ryan to pull each other because I wanted one 405 guy to be eliminated here. I feel these turbo and nitrous cars have to blow up pretty much to beat them, so we want to save that blow-up pass for the finals." At first, Kye is worried that Robin will be faster than Ryan. After talking with his team, they encouraged him and told him that he was faster than both men, and he had nothing to worry about. As both racers waited for the signal to start, everyone watched expectantly. In the blink of an eye, Kye Kelley cleared Robin Roberts and won the second semi-final race. Everybody cheered. Kye Kelley said that after that, he made an effort to be really focused on the race because he wasn't sure he would win, and he needed to. This second race win ensured that he was moving on to the finals. On the other hand, Robin Roberts looked physically dejected. He admitted that he was disappointed he didn't win because he and his team had made a lot of effort to be there, especially in transporting his vehicle to the track. Robin also stated that he had only made it to semi-final races back-to-back so far, but he had a strong resolve to eventually win one of them and move on to the finals. Now that Robin Roberts and Amarillo Mike were out of the way, it all boiled down to a final race between Ryan Martin and Kye Kelley. Both of them challenged each other because the $40,000 cash prize needed to be won. Kye stated that Ryan is the only driver he hasn't been able to beat so far. He felt confident in his vehicle pulling another miraculous winning stunt like it did with Robin Roberts. Kye said, "With Robin Roberts down, there's only Ryan Martin standing between me and $40,000. I've never beaten Ryan. He's the only guy I can't seem to get around, but my car has been on rails all day, and I think this is finally my shot to outrun Ryan. Ryan Martin didn't take my call out during the first round chip draw, but now he's got no choice but to race me. I kept up with him on the points all day. Hopefully, the car can put one last good leg down. I can gain on him with points and tell everybody I took home the $40,000 and beat Ryan Martin." After winning the coin toss, Kye picked the right lane, and Chuck from Street Outlaws acted as racemaster. The excitement and nerves from drivers and the audience filled the air. Every race that happened that night led up to that final moment to see who the lucky winner would be. Before the race started, Kye looked at his car with his team. There seemed to be a few anomalies, but Kye was confident that his car could give one last show and win with a bang. As the cameras cut away from Kye, they panned over to Ryan Martin and his team. Chuck, the racemaster, is there, and he confesses that his first choice for a winner is Ryan Martin. He said, "Can I be honest with you? I picked Ryan first to win the whole deal. I thought if anyone else could get it done, maybe it would be Lizzie or Axeman. Neither of those is in the race, so I will stick with my first pick, Ryan Martin." He had picked two different players, but neither had even made it to the semifinals, so he returned to his first choice. Ryan was in the room when Chuck said this, and he appreciated his faith in him. When the time for the race rolled by, it was clear to see just how much was at stake. Ryan was feeling a bit hesitant about his race with Kye. He said, "I really wish I would have taken Kye's call out at the first round. Fireball has been kicking all day, so I could have taken him out early and extended my points lead long ago." Chuck emphasized and waved the prize money around. The fans were buzzing with the right amount of excitement and fear. Ryan Martin was also very confident about winning $40,000, as this was his third chance. He said, "Here we are in the finals. I got my third shot at winning another race, another $40,000, and I couldn't be any more confident in my car right now." The final minute before takeoff finally approached. Everyone looked on, waiting for the time both opponents would take off. In no time, both racers zoomed off in anticipation. At first, it seemed Kye would win, since he passed Ryan at some point. However, Ryan's Fireball Camaro indeed fireballed right past the finish line at the last minute. Ryan Martin won the race. There were screams and applause everywhere. No one thought it was possible that Ryan would win since Kye had passed him on the track. One of the fans said, "Oh my God. I didn't think there was any way he was going to go around him." Ryan described it as quick and blurry because he couldn't see Kye beside him at some point. Yet, he reached the finish line somehow and won the race. He said, "The green light drops. I let go of the button. I don't see Kye for a second. He pulls up next to me at about 3:30, then disappears, and then I get the W." Kye was a bit sad about his loss, but he wasn't as surprised. He said, "I wanted to give him everything I wished I could have. I gave him almost everything. But you know, Ryan Martin's got a bad hot rod. He won the race. He was a better man here tonight. And I'll go home, do my homework, and I'll be back stronger." He decided that he would figure out the mistakes he made and correct them so he would have a better chance at winning the next game when he came back. At the end of the race, Ryan was greeted by his partner, his child, and his team. Everyone celebrated with him, and he was handed a considerable $40,000. Afterward, he gave a warm and heartfelt speech to the crowd, thanking them for their support and for showing up. Holding his cash prize, he said, "This race is super important, not only for my points lead, for this $40,000, for the trophy we get. Knowing that your car was the fastest on the planet then, and you know what? It was a lot for us to do, but we all made it happen. We took that W in the finals and got that $40,000. After this shocking and satisfying win, both players went their separate ways. However, life was about to bring them back again. Maybe this was another chance for Kye Kelley to redeem himself. Ryan Martin and Kye Kelley battles again. In another episode of Street Outlaws No Prep Kings, Ryan Martin and Kye Kelley have again found themselves as opponents. The episode starts with the racemaster boosted saying, "We are here in Houston, Texas. Today, 32 drivers will battle it out for $40,000 and 60 points. The race the previous week with other streetcar racers showed that Kye Kelley and Ryan Martin tied for first place on the leaderboards with 300 points. So, like any usual tiebreaker, everyone needed a standalone winner. Ryan Martin and Kye Kelley meet again. Who will win the race this time around? A couple of seconds later, The cameras cut to Kye Kelley and his team. He was having a conversation with his team about the strategy for the race against Ryan. Round 2, and I wasn't ready for this. I got to race Ryan Martin, Kye said. If he beats me, he's going to get a big jump on me in points, and I can't let that happen. As soon as I found out I had Ryan, I texted Adam. He's a little hesitant, but he wants to put our big motor in the car. It's been said that none of these motors have had over 60 runs on them without kicking the rods on them. It's about a $25,000 to $30,000 fix if you sling a rod out of one of these motors. Kye continued saying, "We've got tune-ups for it for the entire year. The one thing is, we haven't blown it up yet racing around Martin, and every time we race him, it's by a fender or 6 inches, and that's what we're tired of. We made a decision. I'm going to take a chance on swinging the rods out, and we're going to change this thing." Kye and his team were so tired of losing to Ryan that they were risking a motor upgrade. Kye could race Ryan despite knowing that the motor upgrade wasn't that ideal, but he had no choice. He understood the risk and decided to take the chance. He could either go hard or go home. Still, time was running out. They had a small time window period to make the necessary upgrades. The tension in the air was so tangible that you could reach up in the air to grab it. It was all hands on deck. This was a moment that Kye could take for himself and cement his name on the championship table. Kye continued, "What we have is more power than we've ever put in the car, and not just a baby step. We took a big step because we've been running the conservative. We didn't want to blow it up. So our plan here is to blow this thing up, hurt the motor, and beat Ryan Martin. It was at the end of its life with runs on the rods, but it's got to have one more in it because we couldn't find out." The team eventually got the upgrade in the car in time, and it was the moment everyone was waiting for. Just how far will Kye go? Will he make it? Will the motor peter out? How did Ryan feel about it all? "It might be the finals for us," Ryan said. "For me, this is the most important thing that sets the tone, so I have to outrun Kye Kelley here in the second round." Someone on Ryan's team found out about Kye's motor upgrade and proceeded to tell Ryan about it. At first, he was surprised to hear the news, but he understood that it was all a game of strategy. Ryan also highlighted the risks involved in making such a big change just mere minutes away from the race. Ryan continued, "When you do what Kye does, you take a chance. You got a good program, you've got a good car, and it's running. When you say, 'Let's abort all that and try something bigger and better to try and outrun the guy next to me,' things happen. I've done it. So you hurry something, or you leave a hose loose. It's a very risky move. Even though Kye is going to be a lot faster, I can't make a big move. I don't know if I really have much more to give it." Now, Ryan and his team were unsure and apprehensive about their own strategy. Ideally, it would have made sense for him to pull out all the stops and bring his own upgrade to the race to increase his chances of winning. Ryan decided to stick to his original plan and combo. He said, "This combo with this blower is all I've got for it. So, we just said we're going to run our race. I'm going to use the same tune that I used earlier in the day to try to outrun him, and we're not going to trip over our own feet. We always fire the car up just one time to hear it run right before we take it up." The blower sounded a little different than it normally does, but I thought I'd listen to it all day. We kind of listened, focused, and got it out of our heads. Can't do anything about it at this point in time. We have to be at the starting line right now. It was time for the race. It looked like all the odds were stacked up against Ryan. His car was sounding faulty. His opponent managed to carry out an upgrade on his vehicle right before the race. Could he possibly make it out and emerge as the winner? However, there was a commotion just right after the burnout. In street racing, burnout occurs when a car spins its back wheels while it is stationary, burning them up and causing the tires to smoke. This is done to show off strength and intimidate opponents, as well as to somewhat increase grip at the start of the race. However, overheating is a risk. A crowd formed around Kye's car, and apparently there was an issue. In order to keep things organized and avoid delays, organized streetcar racing uses a 2-minute clock rule, especially on erratic no-prep tracks. a 2-minute timer begins to run as soon as a racer's opponent steps onto the course. The racer has this amount of time to get their car on the track on its own and get to the burnout box in order to heat their tires. A by-run victory for their opponent or disqualification are the consequences of missing this time. The 2-minute clock ensures fairness by giving every competitor a chance to win the race, but only if their car is prepared for it. This rule accomplishes several goals. At first, it prevents mechanical issues from causing lengthy delays, you keeping races on schedule. Second, it encourages racers to keep their vehicles in good racing condition. Ultimately, this rule meant Ryan should have won, but he decided not to take advantage of Kye's problem. Ryan said, "It just ain't my style. I'd rather he outrun me than for me to take advantage of him on the 2-minute thing, so I'm going to give them as much time as they need to fix it." Ryan Martin gave us all the time we wanted, Kye said. He didn't put us on a 2-minute clock. He didn't do anything like that. And in my opinion, if he is going to be number one, that's the person I want to be number one, because that's true sportsmanship. My hat's off to it, you know. He don't want anything free. He wants to beat me, and he wants to clinch the number one spot. Nothing but respect. In all of this, Kye's team was working as fast as they could. Even if Ryan was kind enough to give them as much time as they needed, the whole aim was for Kye to beat Ryan. Eventually, they were done. Kye's car was ready. Now, the race was about to begin. The clock was ticking, and everyone was waiting. The race began, and in mere seconds, Ryan Martin emerged as the winner. Everyone on Kye's team was shocked and disappointed and went through the motions. Surely the upgrade meant an easy win for Kye. It didn't, because Ryan Martin claimed the top spot for himself once again from Kye Kelley. So what happened? I didn't see him, Kye said. I was in front of him. We were winning the race just like we thought. About 200 or 300 feet, the car starts moving to the right. It was either make a decision to lift or take a chance on hit and run. Hey, it's just racing. I'll have that car another day. I want Ryan to have his car another day. It ain't worth taking a life over. So, bad as I hated to, I lifted. Ryan Martin beats me again. With such an impressive winning streak, it's only natural to wonder where Ryan Martin started from. How did he get his big break? And what is his story? Let's find out. What happened to Ryan Martin? In many parts of the world, street racing is still illegal. Still, for shows like Street Outlaws, the concept of street racing is fascinating and exciting. Due to its success, Street Outlaws has also produced multiple spin-off series. Street Outlaws, No Prep Kings is one of them. Viewers and fans over the world have gotten to experience different talented racers and mechanics, coming to race for grand prizes and championship titles. Ryan Martin is one of the racers that has received exposure from joining the show's ensemble. All through his life, he has been a mechanic, so working with vehicles has been a pastime for him. Upon joining the show, he managed to replicate his love and passion about cars in the way he raced. With all the dangers that street racing provides and is prone to, Ryan has managed to make a name for himself in that space. He has known danger and chaos and pushed through it all. Ryan Martin was born on December 1st, 1977. He was a precocious child and he loved painting, drawing, and photography. He had a really close relationship with his mother growing up, and to this day, he still refers to their relationship as the reason he is so successful today. Before he was featured on the hit reality show Street Outlaws, he was a mechanic who helped the other racers fix new performance packages on their cars. He was one of the people behind the scenes who worked with the racers to win. He also co-owned and ran an auto shop known as B&R Performance. His auto shop specializes in aftermarket performance products. They also produce car performance packages and have been doing so since 2015. The upgrades that they offer start at a relatively low price as well. Ryan was so good at being a mechanic that he helped Street Outlaws legends like Jackie Knox become who they are today. At some point, however, Ryan had a change of perspective. If being a mechanic had made him efficient at helping racers win, why couldn't he? He'd been building and upgrading cars all this time. So what about his car? And with that in mind, Ryan transitioned into the streetcar racing scene as a racer. He had a dream, and his fifth-generation Camaro SS, popularly known as Fireball Camaro, to help him. Ever since he has maintained a winning streak in his races, his career as a racer and a contestant on Street Outlaws has grown in such a short amount of time. He has proven that his talent as a mechanic is valid, and he has applied everything he learned while running an auto shop. His fan base has continued to grow because of the skill he possesses as a street car racer. Street car racing is a highly dangerous sport. There are so many things that can go wrong, and accidents are bound to occur. For example, drivers can lose control of their vehicles because they are going at such high speeds. Head-on collisions and other collisions with objects are possible. Even the fans and audience are at risk because of vehicles that are out of control. In all of this, Ryan Martin has consistently shown that he understands the risk of street racing. The unrelenting attitude he brings to the track is what has earned him different accolades, like winning the championship 3 times on Street Outlaws, No Prep Kings. His loyal fan base always look forward to whenever he takes the wheel, because his races always bring a certain thrill associated with such an intense sport. A race set in Virginia at the Virginia Motorsports Park on one fateful Friday night proved to be difficult. Ryan was set to race Jerry Bird, and the excitement in the air was palpable. However, Ryan's car had some issues earlier in the day that he had to work on with his team. They worked all night until Saturday morning to get the Fireball Camaro back to perfect working conditions. Ryan especially tried to ensure everything was in place and working perfectly, but as human mistakes go, he might have missed 1 or 2 things. The second race Ryan had that Saturday evening was against Adam Jennings. During the race, the Fireball Camaro's engine burst into flames. It almost became a literal fireball. In the end, the race had to be canceled, and Ryan's cameras were also destroyed in the accident, so there was no footage of the wreck from his perspective. The entire ordeal was so terrible that the fans started to wonder if he would make it out alive. He did, and he still didn't let it stop him from racing. This wasn't his last accident. While testing for an upcoming international competition in Australia, Ryan's 1969 Camaro crashed. The accident unfolded shortly after the finish line during the 3rd testing run. When he shut it down, the first-generation Camaro started to move in the direction of the wall. Although the defending championship driver attempted to steer clear of the problem, the car collided with the retaining wall. Commentary on the video suggested that the car may have drifted into the wall as a result of tire smoke on the top end, and a possibility that the rear tires had locked up. Ryan didn't have any major injuries and the damage wasn't bad. The chassis just needed fixing, and the nose and hood required a replacement. Again, this didn't faze Ryan. He only saw it as a minor setback that happens in life, and in no time, he was back to racing and sealing his title as the champion for Street Outlaws, No Prep Kings. Ryan has also been partnered up with Cherish Casey, his significant other, for about 8 years. They both met on a blind date in 2015 and have a son named Dax. His social media is evident to the fact that he is also quite a family man. Both Cherish and Casey consistently feature there and accompany him to his races. Ryan still remains a regular on Street Outlaws to date, and his fan base grows more and stronger every day. His wide reach has offered him the chance to sell merch from his auto shop. His estimated net worth is about $2 million. Despite the challenges he has faced, such as accidents and switching career paths, Ryan Martin has shown that he can overcome them all with his impressive winning streak. What do you think about Ryan Martin winning Kye Kelley in a race for the grand prize? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like this video. Share it, and subscribe to our channel for more inspirational videos. Thanks for watching.